It's about 6 or 7 in the morning, and it rained all night last night. It wouldn't be good if it rained all day today because we're gonna do a full day of island hopping. And about an hour from now, we're gonna start the tour. So my brother and I had to hurry and grab some breakfast. I didn't have time to record a buffet because we're kind of in a hurry. So I grabbed what's familiar to me, which is this. It's called tocino. It's pork belly that's cooked in a pan with salt and sugar and of course some other ingredients. And with the tocino, I also got some vegetables. This is eggplant, some zucchini. I'm not sure how this is cooked. It looks like a vegetable stew. And 2 pieces of bread. Tocino is one of the most common breakfasts in the Philippines. And I know for sure it's good because I've never encountered a tocino that I didn't like before.
Hindi siya... Ini-expect ko siya medyo sweet. Pero hindi siya sweet eh.
Hirap kumuha ko ng pigs.
No?
Yung pigs ko na.
You want to see a big lizard? It's a big lizard there.
Eggplant. This shit.
The eggplant was soft and perfectly cooked. The sauce is kind of hard to describe. It's I believe it's tomato based, but it's kind of hard to taste the tomatoes. It's not salty, it's not sweet. It's just perfectly seasoned. If I could eat this every day, I would. It tastes really clean and fresh, not oily at all. I wasn't planning on eating eggs, but since my brother didn't finish his,
Watch this, bro. That. Oh, goodness. Mix everything together.
I wanted to grab another plate, but the tour was about to start. So we grabbed our gear and headed to the boat.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy your tour, sir.
Okay, thank you. Oh crap.
After a few minutes on the boat, we had to get off and grab a bus that would take us to the other side of the island. I was surprised when my brother told me that it's gonna take about an hour to get to the other side of this island. I was thinking to myself, why didn't we just take this boat? But apparently it's quicker to take a bus and then catch another boat on the other side.
Why is my brother standing? I guess we're gonna go down. We're gonna go to the bus. Store. This is the bus.
Makita na naman ito.
Roughly about an hour, we finally made it here to the city of Coron. This is where we're gonna get into another boat, which really starts our tour.
Sir, shoes?
This. It's alright. It's what you call a tricycle. It's our boat.
Green Lagoons. Yun yung mag-swimming. So mostly nasa boat.
That's the boat.
Wait lang, pasakayan ko lang yung sa FT2.
Boat.
Raymond.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Pwede makigamit.
This is good. Twin Lagoon. So from here, 20 to 25 minutes by boat. So we'll go snorkeling and swimming. The next, Paracuda Lake.
After our tour guide finished explaining what we're gonna do for the whole day, we headed towards the first island and then find a spot to snorkel. Basically, the whole plan is to go to different islands and different spots to pretty much just swim and snorkel. And then we're gonna go for a hike to see this beautiful and scenic view of an island and go towards a hidden lagoon that is supposedly beautiful. Oh, and we're gonna end the whole tour in a natural hot spring.
Look at that. So clear. I guess we're gonna snorkel here. And probably go inside. Oh, time to get ready. This is my brother. He's gonna go in. Here's me all nervous. I think my life jacket is too small. But I'm gonna do it.
Oh my god.
Ooh, it smells good. Hold on. I think they're cooking something.
Bangon yan ah.
Luto ba kayo? Tingnan ko. Pwede ko mag-film. Nice. Chicken? And it's isda, no? Nice. Is that for lunch? Lunch namin yan.
As it so happens,
Thank
I
you.
found out, since this is a whole day tour, they cook our lunch on the boat and find a spot somewhere where we can eat.
My turn.
After an hour of swimming and snorkeling, we headed to another spot, which is pretty close, to do the same thing.
So we swim also here.
Yes.
Guess I can bring my camera here. Guess we can bring our camera.
Now this is pretty cool. Since there's a lot of boats here, and we're way at the back, the only way to get to the spot where we're gonna swim is to use the other boats as a bridge.
There he is. Behind me. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Right here we found out that there's no way to get across, so we have to go back and cross a different way.
Gonna go back to the boat. Because we can't make it. We're gonna go to a different bridge to go back to the boat.
Okay na? Okay.
No problem. Okay, we're gonna cross again to a different boat. Guess that boat is too slippery.
Kapita.
Yeah. Holy crap. Look at me go out. Huh? Oh crap. Oh look, fried chicken. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay. One more. Awesome. Thank you.
No life best.
No swimming. Huh. Whoa, there's a rock right here. Look at this. It's pretty steep. Focus here. Focus. My turn. Is that weird angle? Okay.
Guck mal. Ano raw? Nakakabit na yung life jacket mo. Safety. Ah.
Even though my life jacket was small, it was still able to keep me afloat. Because if it wasn't for the life jacket, I would probably sure drown, because I don't know how to swim. After we finished swimming, we headed to another island to do a hike and have lunch.
That.
Guck mal. Das sieht toll aus hier. Könnt ihr bei euch auch übrigens das könnt ihr auch sagen. Die Fische. Da war gerade ein blauer Seestern. Wenn nicht mal einen Moment. Ihr könnt auch beide hier sitzen bleiben, wenn ihr einfach mal.
Okay. Gotta film this guy again. Thank you.
This is what you call a sari-sari store. It's basically like a mini grocery store. Filipinos normally establish this in their own houses. They sell basic stuff that you need. It's a business where you can make a little bit of money. It's pretty common. You'll see it all over the Philippines. As I walked around and waited for the food to be prepared, it's finally time to have lunch. So these are the food that those guys were cooking at the back of the boat. For sure these are all grilled because that's the only way they can cook it, which I'm not complaining because anything grilled is good in my opinion. So what we have here are some grilled chicken, some kind of grilled fish, and grilled pork. Right here are all the ingredients for the sauce. You put all of that in a bowl and add some soy sauce.
Later on.
And also they prepared us a side of vegetables that's soaked in vinegar, which is sort of like an appetizer. I didn't notice that they also have another fish. I was told that this is a red snapper. Just watching this right now, it just brings back memories. I wasn't able to film myself eating this. It was kind of hard to film. It was pretty tight. But the pork and the red snapper was just the best. And combining it with the sauce, it's just perfect.
Done.
Hey, leave it off that thing.
Yeah, I like it.
There you go.
After that amazing lunch, we got ready to prepare ourselves for the hike, which takes us to this beautiful view where we can take pictures and stuff, and hike down to a lagoon where we're gonna swim and snorkel again.
A few more steps. Oh man, this is like 1,000 steps to paradise. We'll make it. I'll make it. Man, it's a bad idea to eat first, but whew, made it. Ooh, there's a lagoon.
You take a shot here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna go up there.
Go.
Whoa. Look at that. It is beautiful.
Ja, das kan komma.
This cave.
Join the sea, I just dropped it on the floor and it rose.
Oh, it's kind of cool in here. It's not warm. I thought it was gonna be warm, but
Yes. You can't go in, you can just
In the
see.
cave, kiddo.
Look. Who do you think lives in there?
I don't know.
Nice picture.
now we're gonna go down.
Ikke få liv i.
Be careful. Slippery, yan. Slippery.
Med den her. Ja, det blir en gris også.
This way.
Inayos nila to. Dati
Okay. This leads right into a lake. Whoa, look at that. That's a beautiful lake. And I'm gonna swim again. Says there, don't leave your valuable things unattended. Those are the rules, which people probably disregard. But, whoa, shit. Oh, look at that. Look cool. Look at that.
oh yeah, that's nice.
Das ist gelber! So einen habe ich schon gesehen.
Ja, die auch.
Den habe ich gesehen.
Diesen gelben. Die sind ganz viele. Hier, aber hier sind die in blau, blau und rot.
Ich habe gelb-grün gesehen.
So after we swam a little bit in this really nice lake, we hiked back to the boat and went to another spot to do some more snorkeling.
Ja, bin ich.
Favorit rein.
Swimming around here.
I guess.
That's good.
Ist hier auch eine Wäsche. Hier hin. Hier die blauen Spitzen.
Despite how beautiful this is, at this point my brother and I are pretty tired. So we just stayed in a boat and kind of chatted with the tour guide and some of the people that were with us.
I don't know.
Since everybody's pretty tired, we didn't stay that long in that spot. So we went to our final destination, which is the hot springs.
This shit. Thank you.
One thing I can say about this natural hot spring, it is really hot. But surprisingly enough, if you stay in the water and deal with the pain for a few minutes, it actually becomes relaxing. But it's still pretty hot. So we didn't stay that long and we went back to the boat,
There's a long stretch
which I found out that they were gonna take us to the town to do some shopping and buy some souvenirs.
very fine sand.
And we're leaving.
Kids will enjoy it there because a boat going to Bohol and you can just manage your Whoa!
Sorry. Thank you. Look at that.
Souvenir shops. May mga stores na malalapit doon. Ano? Mayo? May isda? Ano ba yun? Isda?
Lamayo.
Lamayo?
Paki.
Ano yung entire family mo?
Tayo alis dyan.
Yes.
Pero souvenir tayo ha.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Something like that.
Holy crap, look at this. Souvenir shop. There goes my Man, look at this.
After staying here a bit and looking around, I couldn't find anything that I wanted to buy as a souvenir, but my brother bought some dried fish, which is supposedly really good, and you can only buy it here. Well, he bought it because his wife wanted it. After everybody's done shopping, the tour has finally ended, and we headed back to our resort.
I am a lager.
Kanina wala siyang parkingan eh, kaya hirap eh.
Sino pinatengkuhan mo?
Driver.
Ah. Okay. Nothing. Really?
I forgot to mention that when we arrived here, there was a slight mix-up on our reservation.
Thank you.
I'm not sure exactly what happened, but right now on our last day, we had to change cabins. Right now we're headed towards the new cabin that we're going to be staying in. They said it's a little bit smaller than the one that we're staying at, but it doesn't really matter at this point because this is our last night anyway.
Right here. This is our new room. It's still beautiful. Check inside. See what it looks like. Ooh, it's a little, oh, it's smaller. Wow. We got a smaller room, but it's our last day tonight. I mean, it's the last night tonight, so it's okay. Let's see the bathroom.
And the Papite, this is the native cabana.
It's pretty good.
It's still okay.
It's not bad.
Since this is our last night here, for dinner we decided to go for the buffet. So the first dish on the buffet is the grilled seafood medley. It's just a mix of grilled prawns and fish.
Oh, that looks good.
Next is the Korean beef stew, which I've never had before. Same as this one, pork chop and cognac. I don't know. Right next to it is roasted chicken with gravy. Pretty standard. Right here is some mixed vegetables and potato wedges, which looks pretty good.
Some condiments. Look at that.
And lastly, our fresh mussels, which looks really amazing. And some fish spring rolls, which I've never had before.
Yes, bro.
As for my first plate, I got some fish spring rolls, some potato wedges, Cajun potato wedges, the seafood medley, which is basically prawns and fish, and a chunk of that Korean beef. I decided to try the Korean beef first because, to be honest, I'm not quite sure. I've never had a Korean beef stew before. It did cut okay, but it's not as soft that I expected it to be. Every time I think about beef and when you cut it, I always think that it should be soft and easy to cut, but This is kind of in the middle.
Good. Very greasy.
By the looks of it, I thought it was going to be greasy, but actually it's not. It's a little chewy. To be honest, I don't really remember the taste. All I know, it's not spicy, it's not sweet. It just tastes like beef. I guess the marinade wasn't that good. As you can see, I'm going for the grilled fish, which I thought was chicken. Because the fish is so meaty, it looks like chicken.
Gabi. In-order ko gabi ng mocktail, green. Pwede ka na order niya.
Look at that. Grilled fish. So good.
You try the mussels?
Chicken and fish is the best.
I know.
Exactly what I said. I don't think you can beat that taste. There's something about grilled fish that's so good. I think it doesn't matter what kind of fish it is. Just the taste of the grill, the smokiness of it. Maybe it's the fish too, because I don't know what kind of fish this is, but it was just so good. Same as this one. They're cooked together, so they probably have the same smokiness to it.
Pwede akong beer kaya?
Yeah.
The prawns, it's sweet. It's what you imagine what a prawns would taste like. And the fact that it's grilled, it makes it much better. And then combine it with this, the potato wedges. It just brings it all together.
Ito yung meron tong parang bukas na. Oh wow, spicy.
Na ano?
Oh, that's spicy.
Bukas na ano?
Na oysters or mussels.
Now I'm going for the fish spring roll. I've never had this before, so I'm kind of excited to try it because I'd eat any kind of egg rolls or spring rolls.
This is egg rolls to perfection. Oh shit.
I couldn't really taste the fish, but it's still good and crunchy.
Like this. Oh yeah.
As I'm enjoying eating my first plate, I've ordered a beer that they said they brew here locally. I was really gonna go for San Miguel beer, but might as well try this one.
Binro dito to.
Sa Puerto Princesa.
Oh yeah?
Which one? This one?
Beer champions. Cool. Very big.
Now for my second plate.
Next plate.
For this plate, I got myself the pork cognac. I've never had pork that way before. It looks pretty good, that's why I got it. And I got more of the grilled prawns and the spring rolls. And I also got myself some mussels. It says Florentine mussels. It looks like they have cheese on it and some kind of vegetable.
Those are the mussels. Something on it. And this is the pork chops with mushrooms. Looks pretty good. Let's try this guy first.
I went for the mussels first because it looks really interesting.
Oh yeah?
Let's give my business right.
As you can see, it has melted cheese and some kind of leafy greens on it.
Somebody would stop fucking talking about.
That tastes really different from the mussels that I'm used to. I can definitely taste the cheese and the mussels, but the leafy greens, I don't know. I guess it works. Cutting through the pork was a little tough. It's mostly because it's dry, but it's still juicy. As you can see, the pork is underneath, and on top of it is a piece of mushroom. It's also cooked with some onions too.
Give me your water. Water mo. Kailangan ko nalagyan yung sili.
It's actually not bad. The mushroom was a good touch on that. It's creamy, not too salty. I think if I would have had rice with it, it'll be perfect.
Roasted chicken.
I guess I missed this one. I didn't know I had roasted chicken on this plate, but I did, so here it is. Now for my third plate. For this plate, now that I'm kind of getting full, I got myself a salad that has fried tofu on it. And I got more of the grilled prawns and the mussels.
Kaya di ba na-expose siya sa sako lang.
After eating 3 plates of food, it finally comes to this. It's a chocolate cake. After a very long and tiring day of swimming and island hopping, to finish it with a buffet, it just makes everything right. After this last piece of cake, I just sat here and relaxed and listened to the band play, because tomorrow we fly back to Manila and stay at my parents' house until we go to Japan.